Welcome STMA cabinet makers. This video will be covering how to draw all the parts for the drawer and hopefully, if time permits, the assembly. So this is the drawer, and a couple items of note is the front two corners of the drawer are assembled by box finger, and the back piece is installed by a dado, and the bottom is also installed by is held in by a dado. Okay, so let's go take a look at our instructions. Our instructions here have all the dimensions we need for the left side, and then I'll duplicate it and make the right side. And then on the next page, we have the drawer bottom, drawer back, and the drawer box front. All right, let's go back to our file right here. Now, I created a folder called Drawer Parts. That was done right here on the plus button, if you don't recall, and choose Create Folder, and I labeled it Drawer Parts. Now I don't have any Part Studios in that folder, so I'm going to click on Create Part Studio. And we are going to create a sketch, and I'm going to use the right plane, view normal to sketch plane. And this time, instead of drawing a rectangle, I'm going to use my line tool. Start on the origin, and I'm going to go straight up 3.5 inches, and then I'm going to go straight right, and notice the line as we go right there locks into a 90-degree or perpendicular angle. We're going to go ahead and click on that and make it 11.75. Be sure you use that little feature that locks in at 90 degrees. Everything here is 90 degrees. So now I'm going to come down. I've got to draw my teeth, or box fingers, I guess. 0.5, and there we go, 0.5. Now, if you remember from your trinket box in Intro to Woods, we used box fingers to make that. And depending on which Intro to Woods class you had, we used to make these box fingers a half an inch like I'm drawing, but now we make them 0.25. But we're going to keep on with this drawing here. I don't want to draw fingers all day, and you get the concept. So we're going to go 0.5, 0.5. We're just going to keep going down until we get to where we're at. What in the world? Oh, you see that? I was locked into this line right here. So I'm going to hit escape tangent arc, and you got these red guys right here. I am going to delete this one. Delete sketch entity. There, and it fixed it. Okay, go get my line tool again. See how that yellow line showed up? That's what happened. I was snapped to that. So I could maybe get a little faster here. You'd think it would snap to that, but it doesn't. All right, 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. And there we go. 0.5. Now that time it snapped onto there, and there we have it. Okay, so we have one of our sides drawn, and we just need to extrude that. We're going to use 1/2 inch material in real life, so let's extrude that 2.5 inches right there. Okay, and I like to always change the color a little bit. So we're not going to use green. Nobody uses green. All right, so there we go. Now I've got to cut my dados into that. I need to create a new sketch. I'm going to take that sketch and I'm going to put it right on that face. And I'm going to view normal to sketch plane. Again, I'm going to use my line tools. I'm going to draw that back dado first. We'll just go ahead and do that. And put them on there like that, trying to make everything perpendicular, so that's good. Now, for our bottom dado, it actually comes right off of this corner, and we're going to make it perpendicular to this. And In an earlier video, I had a little issue when I snapped right to the midpoint of that. I'm going to try it again and see what happens. There we go. All right, so you know what I didn't do? What the heck? Um, all right, don't worry about that little glitch right there. Okay, but you know what I didn't do was I didn't use my use tool. My use tool is very helpful, and that is right here. So I want to make sure that I click on here, and when I do, I get all of these pieces, make sure they're all solid black and everything looks good. So that means I didn't have to redraw. When I go to extrude, it wants a full, a closed circle. So that it'll recognize these sections. If I didn't have this, if I didn't use the use tool, this end would be open right here and it wouldn't recognize it. All right, I got to go back to my sketch and get these lines in their right spot. So we use the dimension tool, and I'm going to go there, and it's going to be 0.5, and this one is going to be 0.5. All right, that's good. And I'm just going to double check right here. I think it snapped into place good, but we'll double check it. 0.25, very good. And this one should be 0.25 as well. So it turns out by snapping into that midpoint down there, it worked this time. All right, so I've got them all in the right location. I closed my sketch. I'm ready to extrude. I'm going to go ahead and choose the extrude tool. Can't get that. There we go. And of course it added material, but I need to remove material. So I click on the remove button right there, and I change the depth from, I want to go halfway through a half an inch, which is a quarter of an inch, 0.25. There we go. I have now, this would be my drawer, and this is how it would be. This would be the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and rename that right side. All right, and I'm going to use my duplicate trick. I'm going to show you another cool trick in Onshape. We're going to rename that to left side. All right, we're going to open up. We're going to create a new sketch. We got to get these dados on the other side of our piece. So I'm going to delete this extrude, and now I'm going to come over here on this side, and I'm going to create a sketch there. I'm going to leave sketch 2. All right, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to choose this one, and we're going to view normal to sketch plane. There we go. Remember our useful use tool? It's really useful. So we're going to click on that and then select everything. And it will grab those lines from the other side of the board and bring them to this side. So I don't have to redraw them. Just go ahead and ignore that little warning there, and my drawing is done. So now my sketch is done. I can go to extrude, and I can choose all these little sections. Real big time saver there. We're going to hit remove and 0.25. All right, I now have my left side done for my drawer, and that looks all right. I do need to create a front side, and my front side has box fingers, but they're opposite of these box fingers. So I'm not going to duplicate any of that. That'll just add confusion. I'm going to go ahead and rename this front drawer. Nope, that's going to add confusion. We'll just call that front. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and hit sketch. I'll choose the front plane this time and view normal to sketch. I'm going to try a different technique just to show you something here. We're going to draw a rectangle. And according to our plans, the rectangle or the drawer box front is 13.125 and it is 3.5 inches tall. Okay, now I have to draw the box fingers, which is going to be slightly different than before. Let's see. I'd like to get that. Oops. There we go. It's in the rectangle tool. Very good. I wanted to get this out of the way. Okay, I'm going to draw the box fingers on this end, and then I'm going to mirror it around the middle and put it over here. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. We can do this. We're going to, yeah, we're going to go ahead and there's a couple different ways I was going to do this, but I'm going to go like this. And we're going to type in 0.5, enter, 0.5, enter. And then I'm going to grab this line tool here and this construction line. I'm going to activate that and change that to a construction line. I'm going to come down here and go 0.5. Now that's a construction line, which means it will not do anything when you are extruding. The extrusion tool doesn't recognize that. So I'm going to come along here, and you know what? I've snapped to this line before, and sometimes that causes problems, so I'm not going to snap there, but I am going to type in 0.5, 0.5. If you snap, there's not the end of the world. You just might have a red error coming up. Let's see. We're going to go back down another half an inch. And I'm going to grab the rectangle tool and close out the construction option. And grab 0.5, 0.5. All right, and one more. Nope, I don't need that. I can just go right off of this corner right here. 0.5, 0.5. Okay, so I've got my box fingers drawn, just like that. And let's see, I need to extrude this now. But before I extrude this, I want to put my box fingers down here. So let's go back into our sketch. And I'm going to use this tool right here. It's called a mirror tool. We'll click on that. And now I want to find that midpoint, the midpoint of this rectangle. I don't know why I'm not getting my, oh, I don't have the mirror line drawn yet. Okay, I can't use this tool. I need to draw a line, and we'll draw a construction line. And so I'm going to come along here with the construction line, and that's going to snap. There we go. See how the icon changes to the midpoint? Boom. And I'm going to come down here and make it perpendicular into that midpoint. So there's my construction line. And get out of here, escape the line tool. Now I can use my mirror tool. We'll click on that. I need to select the mirror line, that. And now I need to select the entities to be mirrored. So I'm just going to go like this. And there they are. They showed right up down there. Okay, now my sketch is done for now, this part. And we're going to extrude. And we'll go 1/2 inch. 0.5 right there. And we are done. So that looks good. We have one more thing to do, and that's put in our dado along the bottom. So I have to create another sketch, and I'll click on that to select that plane, view normal to sketch plane. I'm going to come right off of this corner with my line tool. Boom, boom. And then we're going to grab another line tool there. And I think I'm just going to try that midpoint right there. I'll come right down there. All right. Now, I don't think I can extrude right now because this line really isn't there. I haven't created that line. So I could, let me do that. It's probably easier just to do that. We'll draw that line in. Then otherwise, I could go up and use that use tool like I've done in the past. So let's see here. All right, I'm going to hit enter, and that giving me a red warning. We'll see what that is. We'll see if it matters. I'll hit that, and then we'll go to our extrude tool, and it still extrudes, so I don't care about that red warning. I probably have an extra line in there or something, but it's not going to hurt anything. We're going to remove, and we're going to go 0.25. There we go. All right, so now we've got our front drawn. And we've got our left side and our right side. I'm going to go ahead and choose a color, something different for that. Move it a little bit. It's a little bit different color, I think. And there we have it. So I tell you what, you probably know how to draw. At this point, if you can draw that, you know how to draw a drawer bottom. Use this dimension, and the 1/4 inch, and then use these dimensions for the drawer back. And then on the next video, I will show you how to assemble this. All right, we'll just kind of streamline these videos a little bit. All right, we'll see you on the next drawer assembly video.